Welcome students of second sem Botany Honours to your online class on anatomical structure of a dicot root. In the previous class I have discussed with you all on the anatomical structure of a dicot stem. So after this class is over, you all will be able to differentiate the internal structure of a dicot stem and a dicot root. When you cut a transverse section of a dicot root, then the outermost layer is known as the epidermis. It is also known as epiblema or piliferous layer, which is uniseriate. It is made up of tubular cells and the cells are cuticularized. Now from these epidermal cells, unicellular root hairs arises at a particular zone, that is the root hair zone. Next to the epidermis lies the cortex. The cortex is made up of parenchymatous cells and it has intercellular spaces. The cells contain leucoplasts. Now, the function of these cortical cells is to translocate water and minerals that is absorbed by the root hairs to the xylem or conducting elements. Now, this is the diagrammatic view of a transverse section of a dicot root, and this is the cellular view of a dicot root in transverse section. Now next to the, you can see this is the outermost epidermis. Here is the epidermis from which root hairs have arisen. Now the epidermis is also known as rhizodermis. Next to the epidermis, this is the massive cortex made of parenchyma cells, and in between the parenchyma cells there is intercellular spaces. Now next to the cortex you have the endodermis. The endodermis, it is made up of barrel-shaped cells closely fitted without any intercellular spaces. Now this endodermis surrounds the stele. This is the stele. Inner to the endodermis you have the stele. Now the endodermal cells possess Casparian strips on the radial walls. Now I'll show these Casparian strips in this slide. Here you see the endodermal cells having Casparian strips on their radial walls. These are the Casparian strips. Now coming back to the slide again, next to the endodermis you have the pericycle. The pericycle is also single layer made up of parenchyma cells, and these cells gives rise to branch roots. Now next to the endodermis you have the massive stele. The stele is the central core of tissues composed of vascular tissues and interstellar ground tissues. Now this stele, as you can see, has in the root, the stele has vascular bundles which are radially arranged, that is xylem and phloem are located at alternate radii in patches. Now, it is tetrach. The xylem vessels are tetrach, and the protoxylem is exarch. That is, protoxylem vessels remains at the periphery and the metaxylem at the center. Against each phloem patch, few sclerenchyma cells are present, and conjunctive tissue composed of parenchyma cells is present. Between xylem and phloem, pith is usually absent. Now I'll show this again going back to the previous slide. Now you can see these are the metaxylem vessels which lies towards the center, and these are the protoxylem vessels lying towards the periphery, and these are the phloem patches. In between the phloem and the xylem there is conjunctive tissue and there is no pith at all. So this is all about the internal structure of a dicot root. I hope you all have understood. If you all have any queries regarding this topic, you all can place the questions at the college portal. Thank you very much for attending this class, and I'll be very glad to answer to any questions if you all have.